Continuing coverage tonight, Whitehall's recall election is now up in the air after a split decision from the Ohio Supreme Court. The court says the petitions to recall Mayor Michael Bivens and council members Amy Harkar and Lori Elmore did not have enough signatures after the former city attorney challenged how those signatures were counted. Now organizers have just 10 days to fix it or the election won't happen at all.
This is a story we have been following for months, and 10 TV's Libby Cathy is live outside the Ohio Supreme Court after speaking with organizers on what comes next. Libby, what can you tell us about this?
Jeff, Yolanda, I also spoke with the Franklin County Board of Elections director, who tells me 35 Whitehall residents had already voted in this recall election. Another 27 had requested mail-in ballots, but that court's 4-3 split decision on Sunday now nullifying the May 28th primary. As you said, now leaving recall organizers just 10 days to revive this effort.
Although we're disappointed, we're actually even energized by this decision.
Organizers behind an effort to recall Whitehall's mayor and 2 city council members are pushing ahead, even after an Ohio Supreme Court ruling Sunday put the recall election in limbo.
We recognize it's a math problem, and we're going to go ahead and solve that math problem.
Holly Stein, an organizer leading the recall, calling it a setback, but not the end.
Because the community fully expected to be able to vote in this recall election come May 28th.
Now, that's not the case. The dispute centered on how the city calculated the number of signatures required to trigger the recall. City officials used a lower threshold, based only on mayoral voters. But the court says signatures must be based on all voters in the last election.
What that does is it makes the pie bigger, which means we have to get a slightly larger number of votes, registered voters to sign the petition.
Under the higher threshold, petitioners say they now fall short by 143 signatures. Stein says the confusion came from how the city's charter was interpreted.
We had guidance from the Franklin County Board of Elections and the city attorney for the interpretation of what our charter actually says. The number was given to us. It was verified by the city attorney. So there's probably equal parts blame.
We reached out to the 3 members of the city targeted in this recall. Whitehall Mayor Michael Bivens issued a statement saying the city is reviewing next steps and he stands by his record. Now petitioners have until May 14th to collect more signatures for the recall to move forward.
We're already actively pursuing signatures as we speak, and we fully expect to be able to get the additional signatures needed.
And if organizers do get enough signatures on this, council will have to select another date for this recall election. If they fall short, this effort is over, at least for now. Now, we also reached out to the city attorney about how the price tag on all this might change. He said he doesn't have this information for us yet, but we will keep asking. Reporting live outside the Supreme Court of Ohio, Libby Cathy, 10 TV News.